On this episode of Infowar News with Kellyanne said if she was shot tomorrow, half of Twitter would break out in applause. Political Columnist says no one cares about gun victims unless they're Republican. And the mainstream media celebrates Megyn Kelly's dishonest hit piece on Alex Jones. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the week of June the 19th, 2017, this is Reptile an article written by Chris Manahan. The title is called Conway. If I was shot and killed tomorrow, half of Twitter would explode in applause. This is, underneath it says, this is the world we live in now. It's terrible. You wouldn't know it. You kinda actually know it, girlfriend. White House Counsel Kellyanne Conway said Tuesday morning on Fox and Friends, the climate in America is so hatred that if she were shot and killed tomorrow, half of Twitter would explode in applause. I went back and looked at exactly what was being discussed on all of the TV shows except yours at 7:09 a.m. on Wednesday. When this happened, and it really occurred, it was, and it's a really courteous exercise, Conway said, because of Steve Scalahan. Sorry if I pronounced your name, Senator. Please forgive me. Just don't kill me. Was a fighting for his life and crawling into right field in a trail of blood. You would go back and see what people were saying about the president and the Republicans at that very moment. Of course they would. Of course they had to break in with the news of the tragedy, and since then there has been, in proportion, some quainter, some muted voices toning down the rhetoric. But look at Twitter. If I was shot and killed tomorrow, half of Twitter would explode in applause and excitement, she said. This is the world we live in now, and it's terrible because it's one thing to say I disagree with you on healthcare repeal or on taxes or on your plan for national security, but you can't attack people's personality in a way and think that tragedy like this would happen. I mean, of course she's absolutely right. The left would celebrate her murder. SNL had her thrown down a window of a sick, unfunny propaganda piece which leftists hailed as hilarious. Can you believe that? I mean, and now we're looming towards that July 2nd stuff. That's what they have with George Soros and whatever. I mean, what do you think is going to happen when this whole civil war kicks off? All these leftists are going to wish they were somewhere else. And of course, Soros will have nowhere else to run. He's gonna wish he was. He's gonna really wish he was somewhere else. But it won't matter. People are just gonna dig him out of his rat hole and just pretty much charge him for all this. But enough about that, folks. This is the second holiday here. An article written by Truthful Vote. The title is called Political Columnist. No one cares about gun victims unless they're Republicans. Underneath it says, tell us more, oh wise one. Yeah, right. Roger Simeon, a columnist for Politico, made his heartless statement in a piece written for the Chicago Times. There were many victims of gun violence every day, Simeon says. Only people care about the victims are Republicans because they are our state officials, jackhole. How does Simeon have time to watch all these news reports from all over America and still have time to write? Amazing. But that wasn't all he had to say on his piece. It was really an attack on Attorney General Jeff Sessions, even though he couldn't resist the jab at guns and Republicans. His piece was titled Jefferson Bogart Sessions 3 Champions a Lost Cause, Trump. The middle name is in there, so Simeon makes a Confederate reference via the namesake and reminds us of the South fought for lost causes too. A leftist tactic of always keeping racism at the front and center. Simeon said America was another thing coming if any of us believe Sessions will protect us as head of the Justice Department, because they're not doing anything. And you can see it here, if you want to read it, or whatever. Well, Roger, if you really believe that, remember, it never hurts to lead by example. Quibier, Kevin Baker at Newsbusters. Here. Yeah, right. I mean, he pretty much attacked Jeff Sessions on one thing, and he pretty much just goes all out, saying basically guns only kill victims unless they're guns, unless they're Republicans. Newsflash, we all care about gun victims about gun violence or whatever, but basically, if they had a gun themselves, maybe they would still be alive today, maybe? Wait, reverse that. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. What happened, what I meant to say was, if every person had a gun properly trained, and all that stuff, maybe there wouldn't be any gun victims there, and maybe there would be something to be crying about as the crime rate starts to fall. But enough about that. This is the last article there. It's an article written by Paul Watson, entitled called Media Celebrates Megyn Kelly's Dishonest Hit Piece on Alex Jones. Infowar is set to release full tape that will demolish MSN lies. Excuse me. The mainstream media is celebrating Megyn Kelly's hit piece on Alex Jones, despite them previously decrying her for giving Jones a platform, and despite Kelly being exposed as a liar days before the interview aired. And the NBC host Dishonestly was laid bare last week when Infowar released a tape of her promising the interview of the hit piece. If there is one thing about me that I could do, what I say I'm going to do it. I don't double cross. It's not going to be a gotcha piece. I promise you that, she told Jones. In reality, the entire speculation was a hit piece from the very beginning, and basically receives heat marrying for interviewing Jones, or merely for interviewing Jones. NBC vowed to edit the interview to show Jones in an unfair light, and it showed. At numerous points, the interview was deliberately edited to make it look like as Jones was giving an incoherent answers. Despite the rest of the media attacking Kelly for giving Jones a platform, as soon as the interview aired, they did a 180 and began celebrating the interview as the best hit piece ever. Again, understanding the rampant hypocrisy that dominates the mainstream media. Jones will begin releasing the full interview so people can see for themselves what actually happened and how it was spun by NBC. But I don't know. They said that basically this was a victory recipe session. I don't know. Maybe Alex Jones can tell us what happened there. I already was celebrating.
So that we can celebrate the fact that we're in the fight. We celebrate the fact that we haven't rolled over and we're not dying. We're getting stronger. They're getting weaker. And we walked to the lion's den and it blew up in their face. And the word is NBC's looking to get rid of Megyn Kelly, according to your sources. She's not the enemy, though. She's just a little puppet. And I think she should start realizing they're sending her on political suicide missions against Trump, against me, against you name it. Because our listeners know I'm a goofball, but they know at the end of the day I'm their goofball. And so you guys are just awesome. Want to just say, here's the Republic, here's to a real independent press, here's the First Amendment, and here is to the dinosaur media joining its place in history with the ashes. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I only did this a few times when Trump won, and of course when we got the carbon tax documents, it was all a fraud. And a few other times because it shows the big juggernaut of the New World Order had to roll out all scared Tom Brokaw, you know, who looks like he's trying to find his Depends. Nothing against old people. It's just, you know, literally snaggletooth up there with his eyes pointing different directions. So here is to folks that aren't scared of being demonized by anti-American scum. Here is to the real Mavericks. I salute you all. This is for you, the viewers, and the listeners and our affiliates. You are the real MVPs that are kicking the globalist ass. We salute you.
Cheers. Not too shabby.
It's pretty good stuff. Yeah, you know,
pretty good.
They're really going to hate these photos tomorrow. They're cheers.
Right, yeah. Photo moment.
Yeah, so in real time, we're reading the reaction, which is, you know, Brian Stelter, who's the one who called you today, essentially called you a pedophile, you know, compared you to them.
Oh, talk about fake news. Yeah. We should get the Brian Stelter clip ready, please. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a great clip. And he goes, tonight definitely gives Alex Jones more ammo for his anti-media war.
Oh, that piece was so edited.
Well, there you go, folks. You was actually celebrating. It was the main collapse of the mainstream media, and everything went down the drain. And now Alex can get more viewers to his show while many killers have to figure out, you know, what. Sorry about that. I got my worst jumper lifting up over me. What I meant to do, it was a very big victory for Mr. Jones. And now NBC's trying to figure out a way to get rid of this idiot. Idiot now. And Fox News wants her back. I mean, literally. Hey, Megyn, your entire career is now in shambles. You just destroy yourselves. Good job. Good job. But anyway, folks, that's all the stories I have for you today. If you'd like to read more about these articles, please go link below or go to Infowar.com or PrisonPlan.com. There you can find hundreds of articles just as one I have read for you today. This is the Infowar News Blitz. I'm Infowar. For Freedom Radio number 3, please like, subscribe, and donate. Bye-bye.